What has Jesus done in your life?
He's pretty much turned everything on its end. What I actually thought was what was good. I grew up in a home that it was a broken home. My dad he was out of the home when I was 6 months old, and I pretty much understood the gospel and Jesus and church and everything to be, something for older folks, like with my grandmother and my grandfather. And so I spent a lot of time at church with them. And as I was growing up, my mom would take me to church. She would come pick me up from church, but I just really had a very skewed opinion, so to speak, of what church was all about. And after going through high school and then a little bit of time in college, I pretty much completely had turned away from anything that I'd ever been taught, ever learned. And luckily I met my wife, and she had a foundation that was rooted in church, and I could explain a little bit more about that later. But she had a foundation that was rooted in church, so we had a desire to do church together. So once we got married, we started looking. We ended up starting to go to church, and we finally found a church down in Charlotte, and we decided that it was a place for us. We spent some time there. We came to know Jesus there through what I've recently learned is more of like a comfortable gospel, so to speak. There wasn't a whole lot of things that I needed to do other than serve somewhere, maybe spend some time in the Word occasionally, but there wasn't really a whole lot of challenge there. So recently, what God has been doing, we served on a church plant that actually was dissolved, and after coming to Providence Church, where we currently go now, we realized that there was something different going on there. That God was more missional. He not only cared about our daily lives, but he also cared about the people that lived around us. He also cared about the people that he also cared about our families. He also cared about our walk. He also cares about people on the other side of the world. So we've been challenged a lot by God and by Jesus recently, just by going on a mission trip last year. We went on a mission trip to Kampala, Uganda last June, and I know I was completely changed there. We completely changed to the point where I came home from this trip realizing that James 1:27, that we'd gone across the world to care for orphans, and in terms of caring for widows as well, there was some of that over there as well. But we weren't doing it, or I wasn't doing it here at home. So I really felt a call that God was really wanting us to adopt a baby. So after 16 years of being married and being, I guess, what you'd call comfortable with our life, I really feel like Jesus is really challenging me in my everyday walk, not only to grow closer to him, but to just know him deeper. And then he's also revealing sides of me that I would not have ever imagined being there. One, namely, having a 6-month-old son right now. So it's been an amazing journey up until this point. I'm just looking forward to what he has for us and for me in our time upcoming.